white men fight back. January 6th and neo-Nazis in general can all be traced back to the Confederate Army not being punished for the Civil War. Let's get into it. Abraham Lincoln and Andrew Johnson believed in reconciliation over retribution. They felt like we already won the war, we already freed the slaves, there's no need to rub salt in these people's wounds. When in fact we did need to rub salt in these people's wounds and lemon juice if we're at it. But the goal was to get the Union back together as soon as possible. And by further punishing the Confederacy, it's only going to strengthen that divide. So, and let me know if this sounds familiar, the president issued mass pardons and amnesty for a lot of the people who contributed to the Civil War on the Confederate side. This means they were able to go home like nothing ever happened, and all their property except slaves were returned to them. Even Jefferson Davis, the president of the Confederacy, the president of the Confederacy, the president of the Confederacy was given 2 years in prison but never tried for treason. The president of the Confederacy. The thought was that offering leniency would avoid endless bloodshed. And even though the North fought for the benefit of the slaves, there were still people in political power who did not believe in racial equality. So they felt more sympathy for those who lost land and property than they did for those who were recently enslaved. So they felt there was no desire to help dismantle the political power of the Confederate States. But most importantly, we needed to get the South back into the economy as soon as possible, because further punishment would continue to disrupt production and trade. So Southern states were quickly readmitted back into Congress and their political power was given back to them. And I can already see the comments. There was punishment in the South, da 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 da. And what they're talking about is the Reconstruction period, which lasted from 1865 to 1877, where troops were sent to some Southern states and some black men were given political power. However, once that was cut short, the Ku Klux Klan started terrorizing black communities, and a lot of those recently empowered Confederate leaders and troops took power back via Jim Crow laws. So the Confederacy lost the war militarily, but they won politically. And it's just my opinion, but this led the way and paved the way for neo-Nazis, for J6ers, for MAGA, for anyone who wants to spew hate and commit atrocities that can fly under the radar as freedom of whatever, to do so. Because nobody ever put that belt to behind for those who committed treason of the highest degree during the Civil War, or treason of the highest degree for January 6th's failed insurrection. Losers.